Shalom, Yashala, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Yasharallah. Call Haloyim Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Harakah Kwadash for blessing our elders with the spirit of truth so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Aqua that's keeping the faith and the works. Y'all keep at it. It's your brother Abai coming at you with more precepts. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 21 and verse 16. It says, "And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death." Right? That's the word of the Most High, prophesying or speaking on us and our situation now, because we still, are found in the hands of the individuals that took us from our land, took us from our culture, took us from everything about us, and scattered us around the world. Right? And no one has ever tried to remedy that. And the things that we're seeing on the earth now pertaining to the main individuals that are the culprits in the scheme is a result of what was done to us. So let me go to the book of 2nd Maccabees, chapter 7, and verse 31. It says, "And thou that has been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews shall not escape the hands of power, for we suffer because of our sins." Right? It's because we fell off that the Most High got us in these situations. But that don't mean that the individuals that's doing all the things to us are just gonna get off because we fell off. No. They got to get that back. Right? The Most High is not mocked. You reap what you sow. Right? It says, "And though the living Yahweh be angry with us a little while for our chastening and correction, yet shall he be at one again with his servants." And we seeing that happen by Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai blessing us with his spirit, blessing us with the truth, blessing our eyes to open and our ears to hear. Right? It says, "But thou, O godless man, and of all other most wicked, be not lifted up without a cause, nor puffed up with uncertain hopes, lifting up thy hand against the service of power. For thou hast not yet escaped the judgment of Almighty Power, who seeth all things." Right? And the Most High said He gonna deal with these individuals by fire. Right? By fire. So with that being said, I'm gonna let this video play and I'll be back.
And as China tries to sinicize Islam, the US is on a missile testing spree. Private players are racing against time to land a military contract with the Pentagon. The names of two companies stand out here, Raytheon Technologies and Lockheed Martin, two of the biggest defense conglomerates in the US, the largest aerospace and intel service providers. They're competing to land a contract for the development of a hypersonic air-breathing weapon concept, HAWC. Now, this is a program being run by DARPA. DARPA is the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. It's a federal body. It develops cutting-edge military technology. Its latest target is securing a hypersonic missile for the U.S. Armed Forces. And the timing is crucial. Earlier this year, Russia said it had used a hypersonic missile in Ukraine. This led to concerns that the U.S. could be falling behind. So Washington is now trying to catch up. It's carrying out one test after another. We'll get there in a bit. First, let's understand the weapon in question. What exactly is a hypersonic missile? It's simply a missile that can travel at the speed of Mach 5. That's 5 times the speed of sound. About 3,850 miles an hour. These missiles do not follow a ballistic trajectory. They can be maneuvered at to an intended target rather. And this sets them apart from ballistic weapons. Next question. Which countries possess such missiles, hypersonic missiles? Only two at the moment, China and Russia. Russia has already deployed them in battle. China has tested them on at least 7 occasions. The US has been slow to join the game. As of today, it has no hypersonic missiles, which is why it's so desperate. Look at the recent developments. On the 12th of July, the US Air Force announced that it had tested 2 hypersonic missiles, both manufactured by Lockheed Martin. The first test was conducted off the coast of California, the second one at an army base in New Mexico. It's been barely a week, and the US has conducted another test, this time of a Raytheon manufactured missile. It was conducted on the 18th of July. Reports say this test met all its primary objectives. So what happened next? How close is America to getting a hypersonic missile of its own? Very. According to the Pentagon, the US will have a hypersonic missile battery by 2023, a sea-based hypersonic missile by 2025, and an air-based hypersonic missile by 2027. Next question. Does the US plan to share this missile technology with others? It might. In April this year, the US said it would develop these weapons in tandem with the United Kingdom and Australia. This will be via their newly formed alliance called AUKUS. Australia, UK, US. That's the alliance they formed. What about the rest of the world? How are they faring in this hypersonic race? With the exception of China, Russia, and the US, most countries are still in the developing stage, and this list includes Germany, Japan, France, and India. All of them are developing hypersonic missiles. India, too, is developing an indigenous hypersonic missile. This is part of the Hypersonic Technology Demonstrator Vehicle Program. It's an initiative launched by the DRDO, the Defense Research and Development Organization. A lot of abbreviations in this story. How long will it take for this program to be completed? 5 to 6 years. That's according to the CEO of BrahMos Aerospace.
All right. So, right now, Russia and China got the up on the hypersonic missile on the daughter of Babylon. So when it makes sense for beef to start before the daughter of Babylon can fully develop that same weaponry system, and what's going on as we speak. All right? Just saying. So at the end of the day, it don't even matter if the daughter of Babylon completes their weapon, their weaponry system of a hypersonic missile, because it's written that they are not going to be victorious in this war. Right? This whoa. Right? And Yahweh is going to plead with all flesh by fire. And this will be the means of said fire, along with the chariots. All right, so let me go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 66 and verse 16. It says, "For by fire and by his sword will Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh shall be many." Right? Ain't no way around that. Ain't no planning against that. Ain't no preparing against that or preparing for it. It's really, it is what it is. It's going to happen. Right? Thus says the Lord. And Yahweh's word is true. Right? Let me go to the book of Sirach, chapter 3, and verse 28. It says, "In the punishment of the proud there is no remedy. Right? For the plant of wickedness has taken root in him." I know they want us to get over our past so bad. And they want everybody to just move on into this new everybody love everybody. But that's just not reality. And we don't owe anybody any forgetting. Right? We don't owe a soul on this planet forgetting of our past. Right? Because especially because we're still dealing with it today. Mentally, we're still dealing with it. Physically, we're still dealing with it. Financially, we're still dealing with it. Culturally, we're still dealing with it. And as long as this place exists, we're going to always deal with it. right? Let me go to the book of Revelation, chapter 17 and verse 16. Because this is what we're witnessing. The Most High said he bammed us up. Right? But the people that he used to bam us up has gotten proud. So the Most High got to knock that pride out of the way. And they have to be forced into humility. Right? And the Most High going to use the surrounding nations to do it. So this is the book of Revelation, chapter 17, and verse 16. It says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. For power hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree, and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of power shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth." This is all Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is doing. Right? And as stated earlier, the things that are going on this earth right now is because the Most High made a promise to his people. We promise to live forever. We promise to make it through whatever Yahweh puts or brings on this earth, his elect of his elect. Right? So, all of the things that are happening around the earth, that's the Most High fighting for his people. We see it. The rest of the world don't see it. And when I say the rest of the world, I'm talking about of Israel. They can't see it. They want it to get better. Now the rest of the earth, they see it, but they can't recognize exactly what it is. They blaming politicians for it. It's not politicians. This is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, let me go to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 39, and verse 23. It says, "And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity, for their iniquity, because they trespassed against me. Therefore hid I my face from them, and gave them into the hand of their enemies. So fell they all by the sword." Right? It wasn't the oppressor that did this. It was Yahweh that did this based off of what we did to Yahweh. He gave us a contract to honor, and we didn't honor it. So just like any contract that you sign, if you don't abide by that contract, there's a repercussion behind that. And our repercussion was us going into servitude, us being scattered around the world, us being under the rule of our oppressors, us being under the rule of individuals that hate us. That is guaranteed to make your life hard. Read Deuteronomy 28. Only oppressed always, not sometimes, always. May not be constant in your life, but us as a nation is constant. Right? And we seeing Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai remedying that by bamming the nations up, just like we got bammed up. Right? We go to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35. And verse 5, it says, "Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity," right? In the time that their iniquity had an end. Like I said, as long as this place exists, and as long as we're under the rule of our oppressors, it's going to always be what it is. I keep hearing, well, man, it's 2022 and that mindset should be gone. Okay, word, but it's not. Now what? You saying something shouldn't exist does not make that thing go away. It still exists. You saying something shouldn't exist does not mean in 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 years from now, 100 years from now, it's going to be gone. It's not going to change anything. Some divine intervention has to happen in order for something so big and so deeply rooted in history to be done away with. You can't vote that away. You can't love that away. You can't peace that away because it's bigger than you. All right? It says, therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passed out, and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men, in thy hills and in thy valleys, and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy cities shall not return. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh. All right? That's what all of this is about. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is about to introduce himself to the world again. He's about to introduce himself to the earth again, like he did in the days of old. And it's not going to be any doubt who he is or who his people is when he gets done. All right? So with that, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ratazah, these precepts in this video were edifying. Call Haloyim Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Harakah Kodash Shalom Yashala.